I'm going to be talking about Shane Hummus. I'm going to be talking about the truth about the content that he offers on his channel. He talks a lot about careers, college, finances, stuff like that. Yeah, so in terms of my experience with college and stuff, I have an associate's in science, a bachelor of science in biology, and a bachelor of arts in philosophy. I was working on my master's and was going to transition to the PhD in insect science, entomology. I quit grad school for, a lot of reasons, and you can check out my videos if you want to learn exactly why. But I've definitely run the gamut in the college experience, and I think I have some insight and a unique perspective to share. So the first thing I want to mention is that Shane on his channel gives some of the best insight on college and careers that for some reason, like, no one else is either willing to talk about or no one else understands enough to talk about. So what I mean by that is that most people, in my opinion, either say that college is your savior. It's going to be the thing that gets you out of, any bad situation, or helps to elevate you into a new high-paying career. Like, all you need to do is go to college, get a degree, then you're done. Then the rest of your life is set. And then on the other hand, there's people who say college is worthless. No one should ever go. It's a waste of time and money. Like, why would you even do college? And with Shane's videos, he's not necessarily in the middle. He's more of like, hey, let's think about it this way. Like, college can be a really good investment if you're strategic about it. And if you're not strategic about it, then it can be one of the worst financial mistakes you can make, especially when you're early on in your adult life. A lot of college students are anywhere from 18 to 25. And if you end up burdening yourself with $10, $30, $100,000 of debt before you even start your career, it can really hamper the rest of your financial life. So I really think Shane's approach and his perspective is great, because he's saying, hey, there are so many great careers that you can only get with a college degree. And on the flip side, there aren't any job opportunities for a lot of degrees out there. Anthropology, philosophy, so many things that are super interesting to learn, but have no clear direction for a career path. All that to say, I think the way that Shane approaches college in general, like his philosophy of college, is great. A second thing I want to note about Shane's videos is that he's actually spot on when he talks about STEM degrees, and specifically that science fields within STEM are the worst to get a bachelor's in or to get a college degree in, because they're least conducive to getting a good job with just a bachelor's. From my own personal experience even, I got a bachelor's in biology, and so just brief background on me, I didn't know that it wouldn't be super great for a job. I wanted to study biology because I've always loved nature. I've loved animals, the world, plants, stuff like that. I just like science and stuff. So I knew I wanted to study a science. And when I went to college, I literally never thought about a career. I didn't care about what career I was going to do. All I wanted to do was learn cool stuff. I learned a ton of cool stuff about insects, reptiles, I took a marine mammals class, and our college was on the ocean, so we literally took out boats to go whale watching for class. What? When do you get to do that? You can't do that when you're taking an economics course, So, that said, when I graduated, I was like, oh my gosh, okay, well, there's not a whole lot of jobs in biology just with a bachelor's. And to be fair, there are some out there. There are jobs that you can get with a bachelor's in a science field, biology, chemistry, physics, but the ones that exist are probably not going to be the ones that you would want to do if you went into those fields because you like the subject matter. For instance, for me, like I said, I love biology because I love animals. I love life. The jobs that you can get with a bachelor's in biology are not going to be things that someone like me would enjoy. It's stuff you sit in a lab 10 hours a day and pipette stuff, collect some data. That's it. Basically, you can only be a lab technician with a bachelor's. All that to say, I think Shane's spot on. Like literally, it's not, it's just getting a bachelor's in a science field is not going to be a great pathway to a great career that you love. Unless you love being in lab, if you love lab work, if you love that stuff, oh great, that's awesome. There are going to be some jobs out there for you with a bachelor's in a science field. And I think he pisses people off when he says that. I hear him say in his videos that people leave comments like, oh, why are you hating on chemistry or biology? It's like, dude, he's not. Like, he's literally trying to help you. And he's trying to help people like us just to say, hey, just be aware. Like, regardless of what you want to believe, this is how reality is. Okay, and a third point I want to bring up. Shane is spot on when it comes to talking about grad school. So Shane himself has a PharmD, so a doctor of pharmacy. So it's a doctoral degree, a graduate degree that enables him to be a full-time pharmacist. He's pretty straight up, which I really appreciate, about the fact that grad school is more likely than not going to be a great choice for most people. Unless you're really wanting to become a pharmacist, unless you're really wanting to become a doctor, unless you're really passionate about trying to become a professor or something. Okay, yeah, get your graduate degree, but otherwise it's probably not going to be worth it for you. I mean, at least financially, like if you're fine being broke and you are going to love what you're doing, that's totally fine. Like it's totally fine to choose to be broke. If your aim is to get a graduate degree so that you can get a good career, it's not always going to be worth it. Like it really depends. And I feel bad for people, you know, who feel like they have to get a graduate degree to get a job. It's really worth being aware of the fact that graduate school can be a good option, but it's not going to guarantee that everyone's going to get a great job. I wish more people talked about grad school like he does, because I think too many people get into it without even really thinking through it and understanding how it works and how it's going to play out for everyone. So after these 3 thoughts about Shane Hummus, what do I think is the truth about his content? The truth is his content is awesome. You should subscribe to his channel because, dude, like literally people don't think about this stuff until it's way too late, until they have like $50,000, $100,000 in student loans, or maybe even more. Maybe they have like $200,000 in student loans because they were getting an MD and then they dropped out because they didn't ever want to become a doctor. Like, I just wish people thought about this stuff before it was too late. But, you know, I'm actually in the process of going through his course on college. I'm going to be dropping a review on my channel of his course and giving my honest feedback, you know, talking about if I think his course, you know, matches up or exceeds his quality of content on his YouTube channel. So if you want to make sure to see that, subscribe to my channel. And, you know, if you want to watch any of my other content, of course, feel free to, or not. Whatever you'd like to do is cool. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day and take care.